Professor SNAB, where we make A-level biology as simple as a cell. So today we're understanding the conditions required for bacterial growth. So temperature is the first factor we'll be looking at. So bacterial growth depends on enzyme activity, and each species has an optimum temperature. Most human pathogens have an optimum around 37 degrees Celsius. At lower temperatures, the enzyme activity is slow, and at higher temperatures, the enzymes denature and cell membranes are damaged. So now to look at pH. So enzymes have an optimum pH, and at extreme pH values, the enzyme shape alters and disrupts permeability of the cell membrane. Most bacteria grow best at neutral pH, and some specialized bacteria grow in acidic or alkaline conditions. Hence, this varies from species to species. Oxygen availability. So there are three types of bacteria. These are not mentioned in your textbooks, but this is just extra information that's useful to know. And it's unlikely you'll be expected to remember this, but this is just for context. So there are three types of bacteria. So obligate aerobes. So these are organisms that require oxygen for survival, growth, and reproduction. Then you have the obligate anaerobes. So these are organisms that can only survive and grow in an environment that lacks oxygen. And finally, you have the facultative anaerobes. So these are organisms that can produce ATP via aerobic respiration when oxygen is present and can switch to anaerobic respiration when oxygen is absent. So oxygen determines the respiratory pathway of these bacteria and therefore affects the ATP production in these bacteria. And the reason I'm kind of giving you three different types of bacteria as example is to highlight how oxygen is important for different types of bacteria and how that influences their growth. So now to look at nutrient availability. So bacteria require essential nutrients such as carbon source, nitrogen source, mineral ions, and vitamins. These are vital for cell growth, DNA replication, and protein synthesis. Water availability. Water is required as a solvent for metabolic reactions and a medium for diffusion of substances. Bacteria require high water potential. So high water potential basically means high concentration of water molecules, as low water availability can cause plasmolysis or growth inhibition. So to give you guys context about what plasmolysis is, this is the higher concentration of solution, as in water, leaving the cell. So now to look at space and time. So bacteria reproduce by binary fission, hence this requires sufficient space and time to complete cell cycles. So that is all from Professor SNAB today. Hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and I'll get back to them as soon as possible. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe.